Broadcast 1.
The following of CBC Sports.
If there is another world, it revolves around a star.
There's Nolan again. I'm going to get you. He does. He got it. Finally. Well, that was amazing. Nolan pointed, and he said, I'm doing it this time, baby. And he did.
Yes, it stands to reason if something revolves around a star, it must be from another world. Today you've come to the right planet, where the All-Stars planet right set to shine their light on the coolest game on earth. It's the NHL All Star Game from Vancouver. How do you shadow the brightest? The Olympic Winter Games are less than 3 weeks away. Strange bedfellows got up this morning to join forces. It's the modified format for the '98 All-Star Game in Vancouver at GM Place as we welcome you to a spectacular weekend of activities. Lots of tension. We wonder what the mood will be as the U.S. and Canada gets together to try and play here. There'll be bitter rivals, of course, in Nagano. Eric Lindros and John LeClair, Philadelphia Flyer mates, suiting up. There are 7 Americans, 14 Canadians on the roster for Team North America. The Europeans have 11 rookies, just 1 for the North Americans. That's Scott Niedermayer. We really don't know what to expect. It's a matinee. It's early for the players, but we know one thing. There's lots of fun been had here over the last 40 hours. And you can hear tremendous atmosphere at GM Place for the 48th NHL All Star Gala. I'm Ron McLean, and Scott Russell is in the corridor with Igor Larionov. Scott.
That's right, Ron. Here he is today. He's the captain of the world. And Igor, what kind of game might we see from your team in this inaugural affair?
I would say a lot of speed, a lot of finesse, a lot of nice passing, and I hope it's going to be a lot of goals tonight too. So it's going to be a fun game, and I hope fans in Vancouver and around the world will enjoy it.
A lot of talent over there in North America, Igor, but you know that. You played these guys before.
Well, we played many times, so it's almost every player played some big Canada Cup games or World Cup games, so it's going to be fun.
Nice to see you wear the C. Good luck, Igor.
Thank you. Thanks.
Ron, back to you.
Well, this must be a big deal. Don Cherry makes his All-Star debut. How come you're here?
Because today we're going to have an All-Star dating back to the 30s when the Stanley Cup used to play the All-Star. I'm telling you, there's going to be emotion here when it comes to the country's boy. Look out. It's going to be a dandy. Not going to be the Broad Street Bullies, the big bad Bruins, but it's going to be a beauty.
Funny you say that. Last time played the All-Star Game in Vancouver was '77. Do you remember? You were coaching the Bruins at the time, and Esposito was supposedly run by Boreas Salming. That's the last time really there was international flavor that led to some high emotion. They thought there was going to be a brawl with the Broad Street Bullies.
Well, I remember when Terry O'Reilly came, and Terry only played one way, and he ran over somebody, and that was a pretty good one too. Don't want anybody hurt. We don't want any tea parties here. We want to see a game. Better be come all the way up here.
You sincerely think that maybe Eric or Kachuk or some of the Shanahan, some of the guys of North America, after losing the skills, will come at it competitively, or do you think it's a matinee? And I mean,
no, they won't go running guys through the boards and everything. But I'm telling you, there's going to be some emotion. There won't be laughing after a goal. Let it be a 10-9 game. Watch and see. This is going to be a pretty good game. It better be, because I come all the way out here to see it.
Well, you got coach's corner for Bobby Orr, too. That's another. Well, never mind. We'll talk about that in a minute. Here's Scott Oakes. Scott.
Ron, thank you very much. Here's Mark Messier. He's moments away from his 13th All-Star appearance. A commissioner selection for this one you were, and it's in the city of your team. What's the sense of anticipation about number 13?
Well, I think it's pretty special to be playing here in Vancouver. First year here, being able with Pavel to represent the team and the organization and the city. I think the fans have been incredible this year through a tough stretch, but they remain very supportive, and hopefully we can give them a good show.
Does the North America versus the World format attach more meaning to this one for you than the previous 12?
Oh, I think the game instantly has an edge because of the format this year. I look back there in Rendezvous in '87 with the Canadians against the Russians. Great weekend of hockey. I think this one we want to take on a competitive edge right from the get-go.
Mark, thanks for your time. Enjoy the day.
Thank you very much.
Ron, back to you.
Thanks, Scott. Thank you, Mark. There's a look at the North American room. Patrick Roy, the starter, versus Dominic Hasek, who was unbelievable last night. 114 All-Star games represented in that North American room. It's North America versus the world. You'll meet the players and the rest of our commentary crew when we continue on Hockey Night in Canada.
Molson Hockey Night in Canada on CBC. Brought to you by Molson, now with Air Miles. Can your beer do this? And by Ford Motor Company of Canada Limited.
General Motors Place, located on the south side of downtown Vancouver. The 48th NHL All Star Game awaits. This game is being seen in 9 countries in Europe live. Altogether, 200 countries around the world will take in the festivities here. They expect this game to be heard in 20 different languages. I'm not sure if they took grapes into account for that. Let's go to John Ashbridge for the player introductions.
Representing the World All-Stars, from the Phoenix Coyotes, number 35, Nikolai Habibulin. From the Washington Capitals, number 37, Olaf Kolzig. Loaded, the starting goaltender. From the Buffalo Sabres, number 39, Dominic Hasek. Chosen as a starting defenseman from the Detroit Red Wings, number 2, Slava Fetisov. Red Wings, number 5, Nicholas Lidstrom. Starting defenseman from the Colorado Avalanche, number 6, Sanders Ozolin. The Detroit Red Wings, captain of the World Team All-Stars, number 7, Igor Larionov. Starting at right wing from the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim, number 8, Teemu Selanne. Montreal Canadiens, number 9, Saku Koivu. From the Ottawa Senators, number 11, Daniel Alfredson. From the Washington Capitals, number 12, Peter Bondra. From the Toronto Maple Leafs, number 13, Max Sundin. From the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim, number 15, Dmitry Mironov. From the New Jersey Devils, number 16, Bobby Holik. From the Colorado Avalanche, number 17, Yari Perez. From the Colorado Avalanche, number 18, Valery Kaminsky. Starting at center from the Colorado Avalanche, number 21, Peter Forsberg. From the New York Islanders, number 24, Zygmunt Palffy. The Dallas Stars, number 26, Jiri Lehtinen. From the Ottawa Senators, number 29, Igor Kravchuk. From the Dallas Stars, number 56, Sergei Zubov. Starting at left wing from the Pittsburgh Penguins, number 68, Jaromir Jagr. And from the Vancouver Canucks, number 10, Pavel Bure. The head coach for the World team from Dallas, Ken Hitchcock, and his assistant from Colorado, Mark Crawford. Ladies and gentlemen, the 1998 NHL World All Stars. Now, let's meet the 1998 North American All Stars. From the Dallas Stars, number 20, Ed Belfour. From the New Jersey Devils, number 30, Martin Brodeur. Starting in goal from the Colorado Avalanche, the Russell Athletic top vote getter, number 33, Patrick Roy. Starting defenseman from the New York Rangers, number 2, Ryan Leach. From the New Jersey Devils, number 4, Scott Stevens. From the Dallas Stars, number 5, Daryl Sidor. From the Chicago Blackhawks, number 7, Chris Chelios. From the Montreal Canadiens, number 8, Mark Recchi. From the Dallas Stars, number 9, Mike Modano. Sean Leclerc. From the Chicago Blackhawks, number 12, Tony Amante. Starting winger from the Detroit Red Wings, number 14, Brendan Shanahan. From the Phoenix Coyotes, number 17, Keith Tkachuk. From the Colorado Avalanche, number 19, Joe Sakic. From the St. Louis Blues, number 22, Al McInnes. From the Montreal Canadiens, number 27, Shane Corson. From the New Jersey Devils, number 28, Scott Niedermayer. From the Edmonton Oilers, number 39, Doug Weight. From the Calgary Flames, number 74, Theoren Fleury. Chosen as a starting defenseman for an unprecedented 11th consecutive year, the captain of the North America All Stars from the Boston Bruins, number 77, Raymond Bourque. Starting at center, the captain of Team Canada in Nagano, from the Philadelphia Flyers, number 88, Eric Lindros. From the New York Rangers, number 99, Wayne Gretzky. And from the Vancouver Canucks, number 11, Mark Messier. The head coach for North America from New Jersey, Jacques Lemaire. The assistant coach from Pittsburgh, Kevin Constantine. Ladies and gentlemen, your 1998 NHL North America All Star. The referee for today's game, wearing number 22, is Mr. Paul Stewart. The linesman, wearing number 88, Mr. Mike Civic. Wearing number 64, Mr. Shane Heyer. The standby official is Mr. Lance Roberts. The equipment manager for the World All-Stars, Anaheim's Mark O'Neill. The trainer, Toronto's Chris Broadhurst. For the North America All-Stars, Pat O'Neill is the equipment manager. The trainer is Mike Bernstein, both from the Vancouver Canucks. Ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to ice level, where the Royal Canadian Mounted Police E Division Ceremonial Troop join Canada's musical ambassador, A&M recording artist, Vancouver's own Bryan Adams, for our national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all our sons' command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise a true north, strong and free. We stand on God, oh Canada, we stand on God for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on God for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on God for thee.
The honorary captains for the 1998 All-Star Game are Yvon Cournoyer and Ken Dryden. They will now join World Captain Igor Larionov and North America Captain Ray Bourque for our ceremonial opening face-off.
Bob Cole, Dick Irvin, and Harry Neal are next. It's the 48th annual NHL All Star Game from GM Place in Vancouver on Molson Hockey Night in Canada on CBC next. Mentioned this is the 48th NHL All Star Game. Half those years, Bob Cole's been with Hockey Night in Canada, and Bob's in the broadcast booth here to introduce his colleagues. Robert.
Thank you, Ron, and hello, everybody. Welcome to this All-Star Game in Vancouver, British Columbia. Harry Neal to my right, and so is Dick Irvin to my right. Two gentlemen who have been around with this kind of competition for some time. And you know, fellas, since 1983, the NHL All-Star teams have combined to average more than 14 goals a game. And the NHL, with the world against North America, is hoping for a little difference today. I don't know about that. This guy put on a clinic last year, remember? 20 saves in 21 shots in his 20 minutes of hockey. That's Dominik Hasek, and this is Patrick Roy, his 8th All-Star game. Not great in All-Star appearances. His average is over 7 goals a game. He gave up 4 last year in the one period in which he played in San Jose. So these are the two goalies, and this is 99. Back again for an All-Star game. That shouldn't surprise anybody.
He's as automatic as any player that I've witnessed for playing in the All-Star game every year.
All right, Harry, what's the theory here now? Is it going to be a little tighter? Lower scoring game?
I think it is, and I think it's going to be a little more competitive. It's one thing to be playing for Team World or Team North America, quite another to be playing for the East or the West.
All three officials in their first All-Star game. Paul Stewart, 13 seasons in the league. Shane Heyer, one linesman. He's the shorter of the two at 6'7". Mike Speak is 6'9". There's Stewart. So all three in their first All-Star game. And the starting lineups in front of Hasek, Ozolinsh, Fetisov, Forsberg, Yager, and Solani. For North America, in front of Patrick Roy, Bourque and Leach, Lindros, Leclerc, and Shanahan. We're underway. First good pass. and Leclerc couldn't go in to get a shot. Kravchuk is number 29, and he leaves it for the speedy Solani. And he's out over his own line up the center, dropping it back. You'll see lots of this great passing by these terrific stars from the National Hockey League today. That's Curry, one big move. A little pass, though, that got away, and Lindros was coming back. He circles inside the line, watching Leach take it on his skate and get it up to Leclerc. Leclerc's pass into Bork. And Bork can't get very far inside the blue line of the world. Puck stolen right in front of the net. Solani scores. Got in front of the net. A big rebound. And 53 seconds for the first goal, folks.
Well, Timo Solani's thrown those two arms up in the air 33 times this year. He's tied with Leclerc for the goal leader. This was a miscue. And look at the defenseman, Raymond Bork, almost got it before it went over the line. And Solani opens the scoring on kind of a weird goal.
Scott Stevens mishandled the puck in front of Saku Koivu, who then passed to his fellow Team Finland player, Solani. And as you say, Harry, a couple of inches over, but over, 1-0 World.
So Solani from Koivu, the first goal of this All-Star game.
Let's have a look at it from Patrick Roy's angle. He's got him covered on the outside to the left on the ice, but left a little space between his legs, and the talented Solani found the opening.
53 seconds into the first period. 1-0. The world. Marionov is on the ice now. He's wearing number 7 for the captaincy of this All-Star team, representing the world. And it's played up to him. Took it on his skate. Fired it back. Zubov lost it. North America can't get going. Was going to face another little attack here. And the shot is stopped by him. Turning back out is Modano. Down on the wing, Tkachuk. And he fired a pass over in front that was picked off by Zubov. And he cleared it. Marionov starting back out. Weak pass, but it does get to Zubov. And from center ice, he hangs onto it and then gave it away. 1-0 early. Haven't hit 2 minutes to play yet, but they're just warming up, folks. Puck just inside the line of the world stars. Holik is coming back, looking for the pass. It got in front of him and ahead of him. Shanahan tying up Yager, and he can't get a shot. Kept in at the line. Mironov. Rebound, score! Yager! You can't give the rebound to these sharpshooters, and Patrick has given up 2 early in the game.
And he is now the most scored upon goaltender in All-Star Game history. Glenn Hall, if you're watching, you don't have that dubious distinction anymore.
Well, Jaromir Jagr, you give him a little time in front of the net with the puck, and you know what he's going to do with it. Second in the National Hockey League, currently in points. The defenseman walks right in. Mironov, it's deflected in front, and the rebound comes right to Jagr, and he can put that puck straight up in the air as he does here. And the people are quite excited about this body check. It was anything but a bone crusher, but we see very few in the All-Star game. I suggest Team World start doing a little more of that, because they're in a hole already.
Jagr from Bondra and Mironov. 2:15, that latest score. Number 2 by the world. Alfredson lost it, but they keep it in. Boy, they're attacking well. Was down and just kept that one out. Centering pass was deflected near the line of North America, and they try to get something going as they skate in, but they do not. The move by McInnes at the line, and 2 wingers were offside.
Well, Patrick was in his 8th All-Star game and has now given up 22 goals. Make it 23. Glenn Hall played 13 to give up his 22. There's the number of goals scored, and Harry, here we are, just 2 minutes and 37 seconds into this one, and there's been 2 in the net.
And here I thought it might be a bit of a defensive struggle. Team North America is struggling defensively.
Mironov just left it behind the net. for the world. And McGinnis has to wait in the center ice area. Everybody clears the zone. He knocked it back in, but Forsberg was waiting for it, leaving it for Sundin. This is the Swedish line on now. Sundin, Forsberg, and Alfredsson for the world. Hasek hasn't had to do anything yet. And he's usually a show onto himself. Well, you wonder if North America will get it going. We played nearly 4 minutes. So far, not much. That's Fleury wearing number 74 for North America. Can't get too far, though. Adano turned around, didn't see the long pass. It went rink wide to the other side, and Kravchuk had no problem. Now he's got a problem. The fans are cheering a bit because we had a little hit or two.
And it was by Mark Messier.
Solani in there again, hit the post, and it comes off the boards to the far side. Solani, who scored the first goal, had a goal post right there, 2-0. This team ahead. This team is the world. And they're in again with Solani in the corner. Deflected pass right to Patrick Roy, and he knocked it away. Lindros. And Gretzky. Stop! Lindros! Rebound stopped! And cleared back out. Gretzky, Leclerc, and Lindros. Now that should be a big line for North America. Lindros again. Pass back to the point. Lindros again. Around the net he goes. Knocked it to the corner, and Gretzky had to back up. Lindros rolled it back to the line. A chance here. Leach right on. And Hasek right on. And he has 3 big stops. Gretzky had a chance, took the pass, unloaded the shot. Hasek doing it again.
He was their #1 assassin.
We said some time ago that Solani had scored and then later hit the goalpost. Well, folks, he did not hit the goalpost.
They went upstairs and they saw this. And it got in the net past Patrick Roy. So they put the clock back to the time that this goal, which we thought and everybody else in the building thought went off the post, to where the goal was scored. So 16 minutes gone, or to go, and it's 3-0 world.
Yes, it is. Leclerc scores! John Leclerc comes speeding in from the blue line on the right side and beats Dominic Hasek. They're on the board, 3-1.
Well, John Leclerc is now tied with Solani. 34 goals each this year, or actually Solani's got 2. Leclerc and Solani tied with 33 in regular play. And John Leclerc comes in. We know what a great shot he's got. He's on the wrong wing. The puck's a little bit in the middle of the rink, and he puts it between the legs of Hasek after he speeds by the world defenseman. And you can see the stick bend. So he had a lot of torque on that shot.
13 seconds after the official scoring play by Solani. John Leclerc gets a goal from Lindros and Gretzky on the line, clicking on that one. The first goal for North America. So it's 3-1. And yes, you have to get the feeling there will be another huge dose of scoring in this game. Puck is cleared by Larionov into the corner. Ozelinch got it back. Now they get it back out. Lead pass to Larionov doesn't work. North America turning it back and shooting it in. Fleury going after it. The goaltender Hasek was out. Got it to the corner, and Ozelinch nearly gave it away. Larionov picked it up and skated away with it. Bure. His pass knocked down. Tkachuk dropped it. Modano coming in, and he floated one back to the line, and it comes back into one. Modano all the way around the net to the far side to give it to Stevens. Hasek didn't see it. It missed the net, fortunately. Centering pass, hopped away from Fleury, standing in front of the goal. Fleury steals it. Here's a chance. Hasek, big save. That was a dandy save by Hasek. Centered again, he knocked it away again. And Kamensky for the World. Got it out to center ice. 3-1 is the score. We're nearing the 6-minute mark, and it's lively action now here in the first period. Took North America a little while to get it going. They seem to be on track now as Bork chops one in. Goes in deep himself. But it's got to be cleared. And it'll be played by Palfy back up to the line. Kravchuk skates up with it. Had it poked off his stick and knocked to the corner to the right of Patrick Roy. They don't get it out. Holik kept it in. On the boards. And they keep it there. Yager tried to maneuver his way back off the boards, but couldn't. Shanahan to right. Slipped away from what looked like might have been a hit coming from Holik. Might have been. 6:30 gone in the first period. 4 goals have been scored. Amonte turning back. Long pass intended for Waits. Couldn't pick it up. He's still in there though. And the World looking a little more organized inside their own line. Bobby Holik skating all the way down the ice with a shot that's deflected wide. Was out, and he shot it across center. 7 minutes gone in the opening period. Here in Vancouver, GM Place, jam-packed. Big sellout. Yesterday for the festivities, and today for the game. Recchi lost it. Hasek out of the goal. 2 goals by Solani. And the World is up. 3-1. Sundin. He backs off a little bit. Fired it in to Alfredsson. The Swedish line going to work now. The other player on is Peter Forsberg. But it's Corson. Had to go back. He was checked by Sundin at center. Coming up to 8 minutes of play in the first. And they continue to play careful hockey. Centered! Hasek robbed Sakic. Joe Sakic can't believe it. He thought he had the empty net, and of course he did. But Hasek prevented the puck from getting across the line. Watch this goaltending, folks.
Back in the stands at the All-Star Game, there's Glenn Sather right down in front of us. Here's the president of the Montreal Canadiens, Ronald Corey. I know that the NHL is helping with the storm relief effort in your neck of the woods. Tell us about that, Mr. Corey.
I was very happy yesterday. We talked about it, what was going on in Quebec and Eastern Ontario. And all my colleagues, unanimously, they just said, let's help them. And we gave $500,000. I think it's great coming from the NHL. And I hope it'll help people in Quebec and Eastern Ontario.
You enjoying yourself at the game?
Oh, yes, good game. Good passing. Beautiful.
All right, thanks a lot, Mr. Corey, and good luck.
Scott.
Guys.
Thanks, Scott. Canadians continue to be a classy organization, as always. Ron Corey, the president of the Montreal Canadiens here. 3-1. He sees the World ahead of North America. Little bumping. Listen to the crowd. Now that's gentle bumping, is it not? Lehtinen was stopped.
I think if someone threw a bone-crushing body check, he'd get a standing ovation today.
Leclerc's in there again. Swift pass. This is a 3-on-1 setup by the finesse from the World. Curry dropped it back, and not much finesse about that get together. The three of them had only one defender and couldn't do much about it. Now Gretzky spots his man. Leclerc, the pass just a little too far for Leclerc. Had he picked it up, he had been in alone with lots of room. That's Sakic up there again, trying to figure out Hasek, you know it. Centers it, stopped at the line, and lost. Niedermeyer lost it and had to go all the way back to recover. Nearly gave it away again to Kamensky. Niedermeyer, third time, lost it. That's 3 times he had a chance to move it. Sakic. Pass in front, and Messier's backhander blocked, but he has it again. Out front. This would get the crowd going if he could score. Messier's in front of the net, tried to tip it. It went wide of the goal. We're at the halfway mark of the first period. It's not back of the goal a second time. Messier there in the corner now. And a penalty. Can you believe it? A cross check. Fetisov is going to go. Fetisov getting the first penalty, a cross-checking call.
Well, Wayne Gretzky has now moved ahead of Mario Lemieux. They were tied at 20 points each in all-star points, so that's another record that Wayne may hold. Wayne's playing right wing, and I think you'll see that in Nagano on this line.
Puck in behind the net. Power play now, mind you. 3-1 the score. The World in front early. Off the stick of Hasek. It was deflected in front of him. Hit a stick. Leach threw a pass in front. It is not cleared out. Bounced over the stick of Bondra. Olik is back there trying to pick it up. At the line, Leach faked the shot and gave it a Fleury. So he gave it a Leach. He rolled it back. Chelios put it ahead. It'll come back to him. Took the shot, score! Kachuk was in front of the goal, and he'll get the goal, I'm sure. He got a stick on it, and it's close on the power play goal. World 3, North America 1.
Well, it was a nice tip in by Kachuk. 3-2. And a beautiful point shot by Chelios. Now, when you shoot the puck from the point and you got a guy in front, you can see 17 Kachuk is there. Make it, get it through and keep it low. Good things can happen, and that did on that play. Some good passing before Chelios got the shot that was tipped.
One thing about this kind of a game, and I have no problem with it.
And they go in there again. From the line, a long shot kicked up by Hasek, and another one booted away from the net. And then the World get it back out to center ice. Bondra going into the corner to pick it up. Yager does. All the way back with a pass off the skate of Marinov. North America will clear it. Skating to center, Shanahan. In on the wing is Waits. Trying to relay it back in front for Brendan Shanahan, and Yager comes back. Up over the line, dropped it. Alfie tried to play to the corner. It's kicked to center ice. No penalty on this one. Looked like a trip, and the fans thought it was. But it wasn't, says Paul Stewart. One power play goal in this first period of the All-Star game to make it close, 3-2. It was 3-1 coming into the power play. Kravchuk threw it along the line. Waugh made a nice save with a left pad on that long shot. And North America will clear it back up. Big Lindros. Gretzky. Skating in front of him was Fetisov. He has it. Put off stride by Leclerc. And Sador has to hurry back on Sundin. He did a good job. And Gretzky up to Leclerc with Lindros on the move, and Gretzky takes the pass. Faked the shot, tried to fire it over in front. It was blocked. Alfredson for the World. Lost it on that play. Now they're speeding it up a bit. Long lead pass, however, is knocked down at the blue line of the World. Sundin gets in front. Couldn't get the pass. That was intercepted. End to end now. They get to the zones. No shot, though. Lindros is up and gave it away. And Sundin tapped it back out for Forsberg. Waits for Zubov. Forsberg coming back with a pass. Zubov's shot gets in wide of the net. And now the other way. 6:45 left in the period. 3-2 the score. North America trying to tie it up here. They have a power play goal. Scored by Kachuk. Chelios and Modano assisted on the goal at 10:50. Shot in behind the net by Recchi. Oh, Chelios missed it at the line. Look at Patrick. 45 feet out. But confident enough.
One area Patrick Roy has really improved in the last 5 years of his career, handling the puck.
Morrison, side of the net, poked away from him. And the World move up again. Ozelinch takes it up the line, turns around at the boards. Solani chases it. He has 2 goals. Lehtinen tried to set it up in front. That was blocked and cleared back out. Stevens to Recchi. Had to turn back to the line. Lehtinen will scoop it back out over the line. And Koivu left it for a moment, got it back near center, stopped by Fleury. The world is changing. I won't touch that one.
Gets to be my age, you realize that, Bob, every day.
Yes.
On the fly, they're changing.
But you know, this All-Star game is not changing. It's wide open. There is no hitting. I talked to several of the players last day or two, asked opinions. They didn't think the intensity would be great. Chelios said it best, look, it's a fun weekend, and it's tough to bring the intensity level up. It's been a rugged schedule this year for the National Hockey League. The Olympics are coming.
And most of these players are going to be in them.
Sure they are. Fleury, dandy pass for Tkachuk. The return didn't work. He turns back out. Tkachuk does to pick it up. 4:30 left in the first period. 3-2, the World on top of North America. No matter how you say it, it comes out strange. But we better get used to it. Well, a power play goal has put North America close to the World.
There you can see Lindros with Gretzky on right wing, and instead of a Claire on left wing, now we've got Messier, but it's definite Gretzky's a right winger tonight.
4 minutes and 10 seconds left in the opening period. The All-Star game from GM Place in Vancouver, British Columbia. And attacking is Gretzky. Put it to the boards. Messier slipped it back. Knocked down and played ahead from the line to Messier. He's pushed off the puck by Holik. Messier checked Holik. Hasek out of the net. Gretzky beat him. Can't center it to Lindros. He was alone in front for a second. And Holik again gives it away. Messier lost it. 3:30 left in the period. Finally, Holik gets a chance to clear it out. He fanned on the pass ahead. But Palffy did his job and cleared it for him. Gretzky with a shot into the glove of Hasek. 3-2 is the score. The World leading North America. Palffy ahead. That's a dandy play. And the backhander didn't work. Bonner took the pass on the fly and went to the backhand. Now he tipped it at center ice. Monty left it. Wait. Shoots. Short side save by Hasek. Under 3 minutes left in the period. In a 1-goal game. That's the difference now. A 3-2 lead for the World. Fetisov brought it up. Sundin centered it. It hopped over a pair of sticks in front of Roy. Back to the line, Mironov. He was checked, couldn't shoot it. Mironov again, played it ahead. Sundin rolled it up to the line. To the left to Roy. Forsberg looking for it in on the boards, and he's checked rather well. Give away. Ozelinch didn't shoot it. And they lost it. It's played ahead. Amandi comes in off the wing. The pass didn't work. It hit Mironov standing in front of his goalie. Amandi lost his second chance. Rolled out by Forsberg, and down goes Sundin to drop it back. Sundin out front, tried to swing around the net on the backhand, and Roy just jammed against the post. That's Sakic. Gets it out. Recchi has to race up there with him. Sakic comes in, set up, score! That's a dandy passing play for the speedy Niedermeyer, catching up and coming in on the wing. And and it's tied now.
Well, Scott Niedermayer, who lately has been the top scoring defenseman in the National League, he's got a great talent of joining the rush, and he was rewarded on this play with a beautiful pass. As Niedermayer, you can't see him in the screen yet, but you're going to pretty soon. Here he comes, and he's not picked up at all by anybody on the world team. And we all know what Sakic can do with the puck. And he makes a lovely pass over the defenseman's stick. Niedermayer wastes no time. And I don't think Hasek had any chance on that one. Dick?
Well, won't be a rout, at least by the looks of things. It appeared as though it might be. And 4 minutes into the hockey game, 3-0 World. Now 3-3 with a minute and a half left. First period.
Recchi also will get an assist on that goal. So Sakic 1 assist, Recchi the other, Niedermayer the setup goal. 18:25. That ties it. But we're not done yet. Minute 15 seconds left in the period. And a lot can happen. The way these two have opened it up. Messier dumped it out to center ice. Recchi comes in off the wing and on a sharp angle couldn't make a play, nor could he get a shot. Curry, the veteran, down the wing. Tried to drop it back out near the line, and Sakic was in front of it. North America will clear it. Sakic with Recchi. Goes the other way to Leach. Coming in with a shot. Hasek, nice save on the short side. But the big blocker up to stop it. 30 seconds left. Curry again. Solani once more looking for Curry. Solani is in. Can't get a shot. Arianov played it ahead. Solani coming out front. Oh, stopped it this time. He has 2 goals. Looking for a hat trick in the first period. Does not get it.
Well, 20 years ago, they had the All-Star Game here in Vancouver. In those days, they had a fancy tuxedo-type dinner the night before. And look at the hairdos of the players as they come in. There's the Canadiens contingent. Larry Robinson, Serge Savard, Marcel Dion, Boreas Salming, and Lanny McDonald from the Maple Leafs. It was the Wales against the Campbells in those days, with the Wales in the dark uniforms here. Ken Dryden, who is an honorary captain here in this one, played in that game. The winning goal was scored late in the hockey game at 18:04 by Richard Martin of the Buffalo Sabres from Dion and Lafleur. So, Harry, in those days, they had some pretty good forward lines to throw together in the All-Star Game.
Well, anytime you take the top 40 players in this league, in any era, you've got 2 great teams.
Only 10 seconds left in the first period between these 2 great teams. The All-Star Game from Vancouver. 2 seconds. Not enough time for Modano, but I'll tell you, he made it awfully close by throwing it at the net, hoping maybe to bank it in off Dominik Hasek. Before the horn, he couldn't do it. Coming up in our first intermission, Don Cherry is with us in beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia for the Coach's Corner. The shots were 13-7 in the first, and the score is tied at 3.
Ah, the information age, where the great minds of the world shape images of thought, images that can be captured, managed, and
Coach's Corner with Don Cherry. Brought to you by BC Telefinity. Let's talk about saving money.
Some relationships have no end.
Welcome back to General Motors Place. 3-3 at the end of a period of play, and here's Don Cherry in his first ever All-Star appearance. What did you make of the excitement you called for?
I think Harry was right. If somebody ever hit somebody, get a standing ovation. I've only seen one exhibition, if you call it exhibition, where they really pound one another. It's a prospect game, and I said that to an old-timer, and he said, yeah, prospect, they haven't made it yet. Well, I guess it's pretty good. They're passing the puck around. 10 years from now, this is what hockey's going to look like.
How come Friday night when we came to the USA versus Canada and the women's, it's supposed to be no hit, and it was outstanding?
Bang, bang, hitting, blocking shots, an exhibition game. I don't know. This is what it's going to come on.
Right. The other thing I love, my highlight of the first period was Bob Cole saying the world is changing, and Dick Irvin going along with it.
Let's go.
Okay, the top 50 of all time as selected by the Hockey News expert panel, of which you were a part.
Yeah.
Where, do you want to just settle any differences about the 3 through 50, or just get right to the battle of 99 and 0?
Give me that mic.
All right, go ahead.
Jeez. All right, they didn't have Eric on, and they didn't have Gardner. 700 goals. 700 goals, folks. There's only going to be 2 more people score more goals than Gardner. He's not on. But the worst of all was Stevie Yzerman. Stevie Yzerman, I'm going to say it again. Stevie Yzerman, 6 times 100 points. Twice he had 60 goals. 5 times he had over 50. And in one season, there's only, like in one score, and he had 135 points. Only 2 guys have scored more goals than him, or more points, and that was Mario and Wayne. I'm a little excited here, folks.
Give me the mic.
No. All I'm doing is filling in here now for you, folks, because how much time we got left? Tell them.
I don't know. How much time we got, Larry?
Because I want to get
2 minutes.
All right. Now, folks, my son Tim, Mark Brown, put this up. For 10 years, I've been trying to get this done. Every night I listen to it and I get tears in my eyes. I haven't seen it yet myself. I've been waiting. This is going to prove, and I'm not knocking Wayne, I'm not knocking Gordy. They've all set records. I'm not knocking them, but this is the greatest hockey player who ever lived. And now let's see it right now, and I love him.
Wide. Ori for the Bruins, tied up by Ecclestone and Berenson. Westfall rolled it in front. Sanderson tried a shot that was wide, and Keenan cleared it but not out. Bobby Orr behind the net to Sanderson. Orr! Bobby Orr!
Nobody does it better. Makes me feel sad for the rest. Nobody does it half as good as you. Baby, you're the best. The way that you hold me, whenever you hold me, there's some kind of magic inside you that keeps me from running, but just keep it coming. How'd you learn to do the things you do? Nobody does it better. Makes me feel sad for the rest. Nobody does it half as good as you. Baby, baby, darling, you're the best. Baby, you're the best. Baby, you're the
There's Carly Simon. Nobody does it better. And thanks, Tim. Your son did an unbelievable job, and Mark Brown and whoever else at Molstar helped to find the video. Unbelievable, isn't he?
He's the best.
Gotcha. Bobby Orr, the best there ever was. Sealed with a kiss. So this is Stallman to the Coach's Corner on Molson Hockey Night in Canada on CBC.
Three-time world champion with Olympic dreams of gold stars in his own 2-hour television special on CBC. The last chance to see Elvis in performance before Nagano. Canon Elvis Tour of Champions tonight at 8.
happy to come to Vancouver just to see Bobby Orr kiss Don Cherry. 3-3 the world in North America after 20 minutes of play. And moments ago, Scott Oak was down to revisit the first 20 minutes with the man they know as Walt.
Ron, thank you very much. Keith Tkachuk has one of the North American goals in the first period of this game. Keith, I don't think anybody was naive enough to think that just because of the change of format, we'd get back to playoff-style hockey in the All-Star game. But are you surprised it's been this wide open?
Well, I mean, when you get this caliber players here, it's going to be wide open. We wanted to bump a little bit, but it's tough. The ice is bad out there, but now we're playing better low, so maybe we'll get back to the bumping.
Yeah, I don't want to put any pressure on you, but you got to know that the pride of all of North American hockey is on the line here. Were you worried about the potential rout 3 minutes in?
Well, yeah, you got a little worried, but we battled back, and it's a whole new different game now, and hopefully we won't get down again. We'll take it to them now.
Keith, thanks for your time. Good luck in the second period.
Thanks.
Keith Tkachuk scoring the second North America goal, 3-3. What if you were to put together the toughness of Tkachuk and the hands of Gretzky and the sense of Korea? Well, we're going to put together the perfect hockey player with Scott Oak.
Future Look, brought to you by Ford Motor Company of Canada Limited, makers of the 1998 Ford F-150 and a proud founding sponsor of the Hockey Hall of Fame.
This week, today's greats on tomorrow's players.
And we're already seeing with guys like Lindros, is that the players are getting bigger and stronger.
You know, it used to be, I guess you'd have some kid with 12-year-old kid with size 14 feet, and you'd stick him on defense and tell him to knock everybody down. But now everybody's getting him to play center and developing soft hands.
A big center with soft hands. Maybe tomorrow's players already here. For the men who will pick and choose the next generation of stars, size will be the ticket.
You get two guys with the same amount of talent, a GM will tell you that they're going to take the bigger one.
Size may get you a shot at the NHL, but it won't necessarily keep you in the game.
I actually weigh less now than I did my first 2 years. I've dropped, I haven't lifted weights as much and dropped about 10 pounds, and I feel quicker and obviously much lighter on the ice.
The players of the next millennium are out there now, dreaming of their shot, aware of what teams want more than anything.
Watch the NHL draft. I mean, these guys are huge. I mean, they're all young guys, but like I said, it seems to me that there's so much more education on physical fitness and training and things like that, that players nowadays have a real advantage.
Some of the first rounders are coming into our dressing room during the playoffs last year, and I came in in flip-flops and shorts and t-shirt. These guys are huge.
Players big enough to shock Eric Lindros, that's something to think about.
Possibly the whole league will be a bunch of Eric Lindros clones, and Eric will be average size instead of the biggest guy in the NHL.
Future Look, brought to you by Ford Motor Company of Canada Limited, makers of the 1998 Ford F-150 and a proud founding sponsor of the Hockey Hall of Fame.
Future Look and those who play their part in being the best player all around, all time. We're GM Place. It's the NHL's 48th All Star Game. 3-3 through a period of play. If you were putting together CBC's best of, you have to include Roger Abbott and Don Ferguson and Lou Bogoy and John Morgan. That's, of course, the Royal Canadian Air Farce at the All Star Game.
I don't know what's happening to our hockey. You remember the original six?
Oh, I sure do, Ernie. It was in the back seat of a Chevrolet.
Original six, not original sex. In the old days, it was the Bruins against the Rangers, the Canadiens against the Maple Leafs.
Now it's the Lightning against the Hurricanes.
These aren't hockey teams, they're weather systems.
I blame it all on El Nino.
And another thing, that theme music for Hockey Night in Canada, it needs some sprucing up. So Harold and me, we've written some words for it.
We really like the hockey with Hal Gretzky and for coffee. We wouldn't miss our Saturday nights and all the fights, yeah. It's hockey night now, cha-cha-cha.
Can't do better. I thought Wayne Gretzky might have been the best player on the ice in the first period. Don't know how you saw it, but I'd like to see it. See what Crawford thinks of him and Lindros together. We'll have more in a moment.
portion of Molson Hockey Night in Canada on CBC is brought to you by Ford Motor Company of Canada Limited.
Back live in Vancouver, as you see the North Americans headed for the second period here, 3-3 through 20 minutes of play at GM Place. Well, Teemu Selanne struck 53 seconds into the game to give the World a 1-0 lead. They were up 2-0 when Jágr scored. And then they did it again. This time, Selanne beats Patrick Roy with a shot that we didn't realize was in on an initial glance. As you see, Teemu doesn't even react immediately. He kind of gave it a bit of a reaction shortly thereafter. He knew they'd go to video replay, and that's the definitive replay that shows, in fact, Selanne giving the World a 3-0 lead. Leclerc, Tkachuk, and Niedermayer, though, even the score. Moments ago, Scott Russell caught up with the Great Duck.
Right now. Ron, Teemu Selanne has 2 goals for the World team in the first period of play, and playing with your old pals, Jari Kurri, Saku Koivu, Jari Lehtinen. What's that like to be reunited?
I think it's really nice. Yeah, just getting ready for the Olympics, and hopefully we're going to play together in there too. But it's always nice to play with good buddies.
Not too much hitting, but a little speed. Do you want to play that kind of game here?
I think we could have even more speed and more skating and out there, and less hitting, but you know, a little more like summer hockey.
Good luck in the second.
Thank you.
Teemu Selanne and Scott Russell, thanks a lot. We're set for second period action. Back to the broadcast booth to Bob Cole, Dick Irvin, and Harry Neal. Bob.
Thank you, Ron. We're not quite ready to get it going in the second period. We can tell you this, the goalies after one period and the night off. We'll look at the scoring first. Selanne got it going at 53 seconds, and then Jágr at 2:15. And then we had the Selanne goal, which took a while to figure out was a goal. We thought it was off the post. They checked upstairs a little bit later, came back and said it was a goal. Leclerc at 4:13, Tkachuk on a power play at 10:50. And then Niedermayer tied it with 1:35 left in the period.
And along the way, a couple of marks set as we look at the new goaltenders. Olaf Kolzig, Ole the goalie from the Washington Capitals, takes over for the World team. And Ed Belfour, who's had a great season so far with Dallas for North America.
Yes, he has had a great season. Now, the first test for Kolzig wasn't too shabby. A pretty good shot from just inside the line. Nice save.
Well, here's a fellow who lived in Germany for 3 months when he was a kid, Harry, and now he qualifies to play for Germany in the Olympics and for the World in the All Star Game.
Well, we got a little taste of him in international hockey, played in the World Cup for Germany. I'm wondering whether the NHL teams are going to let those guys go over to play in the preliminary round. It's kind of unfair if they don't.
Chelios has to back up quickly. Kaminsky got it out and rolled a pass down on the right side. 3-3 tie into the second period here in Vancouver. Chelios stealing the puck, hanging on to it, having to go back to Leach. He tried to shoot it in. That didn't work. Larionov tossed it back to center, and Lindros pushed his man lightly and then came up to Leclerc. Got a second chance, got in front, and then had to pass it back. However, it got by Chelios out to center. Larionov moving in, right wing pass, and North America will get it going the other way. Tkachuk feeding it in over the line. It comes back to him, but he couldn't make contact in front. Gretzky trying to hook it out. Did get it out, but it was cleared now. Back to center. Niedermayer. He tied the game. Swift pass. Gets out across the line. Modano turning with it. Tkachuk. He took it over the blue line in for Modano, and he knew that play was coming. Fleury hammered one right on the short side. Kolzig stopped it. Fleury in there again with it. Modano tried to center it for Tkachuk. Here's a chance. Long shot, tipped in wide of the net. Nearly a tip in. The shot by Niedermayer at the blue line. Fleury tried to get it back out to him. Scores! Fleury fooled everybody and hooked it through the legs of Kolzig. And for the first time, North America is in front by 1 goal.
Well, to walk out from behind the opponent's net in regular NHL play is a dangerous tactic. But with nobody touching anybody, Fleury probably would have been knocked down a week ago, but he's a pesky little forward, and he walks out in front and finds the loose puck and puts it in to give the North American team a 4-3 lead.
And the toothless grin says it all as he watches the clock above center ice to see it all over again.
He was one of the players I talked to day before yesterday and asked him what he thought about the intensity of this hockey game that was planned for today, the All-Star game. And he was right when he said he didn't think there'd be much hitting. So far he's right. Kravchuk up with a backhand shot that didn't get through to the net. The World will keep it in. Solani missed a chance on it. And it shot off the boards all the way down the ice. Kolzig was going to leave the net. Icing waved off, so he backed up. Lehtinen poked it to the line. Waite kept it in. Turning back is Amonte. And again, Amonte shot it behind the goal. It is centered. Once more centered through the crease. Shanahan trying to get it back to Amonte twice. That's Solani. Good rush by him. Belfour, easy save though, made it look easy anyway. 4-3 now, North America in front. And we've played 3 minutes in the second period as Curry tosses a pass ahead. Intercepted near the line. Amonte coming at the net with a pass. Kolzig out cutting the angle. Nice save. Dropped all the way back to the line to Leach and McInnes. Nearly lost it at the blue line. Did keep it onside. Solani up there again. Leach took it from him. Fired it in. No pass out front. Kolzig twisting and turning in the net, wondering who was going where. But nothing really did happen except now Sakic. And the shot stopped by Kolzig. Recchi was in there. Yager scooped it out over the line. He comes up to take it, but offside. 3 minutes, 53 seconds gone. Period 2. Got a face-off coming up, as you see. It's just outside the North America line. North America scoring a goal. Fleury at 1:53 here in the second from Adano and Tkachuk to make it 4-3. First time in the game they've been leading. We're down 3-0. So now they've come back with 4 straight and are ahead. As we approach the 5-minute mark of the second period, Bondra gave it away. Recchi couldn't take advantage. That is Sakic coming up looking for it. He will not find it this time. Zubov right in front of his own goal was Yager. To center. Neat pass in on the wing. Bondra with Holik. Holik will chase McInnes. And Bondra was there with him. Holik kicked at it. Took a swing at it. Missed both times. And McInnes fed it up over center ice. Messier. Nice play in there. Kolzig though made the big stop. What a great pass by Messier. Belfour wants some action, so he leaves the net. Niedermeyer turning it back, hammered it on the boards, didn't get out. Ozelinch keeping it in and pushing it to the corner behind the goal. Niedermeyer again, feeding it back out front. Down the wing goes Gretzky. Takes it behind the goal, centered it through the crease where Lindros was waiting, but he was turning the wrong way. Ozelinch to Bure. He wants to get some skating room. You can feel that, and he didn't get any, so he just threw the puck up over center. Leclerc back in. Lindros, quick shot, but missed the net. He was on a funny angle, almost off balance, but did get a good hard shot away. However, not on the mark. 6 minutes gone in the second. 4-3. Crowd quiet. Not now. Gretzky. Hooked from behind. Hangs onto it. Couldn't shoot it though. Gave it to Leclerc. And he couldn't play it back in front. Again, Lindros standing in front of the goal with Leclerc digging it off the boards. 2 up, but it hit a skate. And 3 players from the world are up, led by Bure. Kamensky outside of Ray Bork. That's Fleury. He's got the goal here in the second. Lindros trying to set him up for another. 6:40 gone in the period. There goes Belfour. He'll leave the net a lot now. Anytime they shoot it in to his left or right, he'll be out for it. No icing. We don't get many icings in these games. We don't get any hitting in these games. It's just wide open skill passing and skating.
One thing I like about these type games is we don't get that incessant shoot the puck in and then go after it.
Neat pass results in a goal. Well, there's no doubt about it. When you let him loose in front of the net, he can score, can't he?
Well, he had the advantage on that play of coming in on his wrong wing, so his feet were almost over the icing line when he put it in, and that's a hat trick for
his third.
Timo Solani. Look at this. Look where he is when he puts that in. If he was coming down his right wing, he wouldn't have scored this goal, and it is a gorgeous pass. But he's behind the net, everything but the blade of his stick when he put it in.
That's his 3rd goal of this game. The record for most goals in one game in an All-Star competition is 4. And Solani's got half a game and a little bit to try to equal that.
Now, it was Mario, I think, who had 6 points in an All-Star game. That still stands. But 3 goals for Solani already in this game. And we're tied again at 4. Wade got in with a chance. Missed on the far side. Telio setting one up. Leach hammers one. Kolzig was cutting the angle a bit on that one and went down to make the save. Zubov looking for it behind the goal. Doesn't get a chance to play it. Pass to Chelios. He stopped. And up for Solani again. Coming in. He tried to make the play over it in front of Koivu. Amati for North America. Amati trying to hang on to it. Double teamed and finally threw it across the line to Leach. Shanahan. Amati right through his skates. Didn't have a chance to move on it. Leach trying it again. This time they did get the shot on. Waite labeled it. Kolzig had the angle. Made the save. 8.5. Gone in the second. 4-4. That's Shanahan. Centering pass as an Ort. Sakic and Shanahan. Oh, hard shot, I think, off the mask of Kolzig. Did he shake it off, or I don't know where it went. Wow.
Ha! Maple Leaf! Unable to stop Matt Sundin, Francois Dupuis is forced to become a gardener.
You got a skate sharpener I can borrow there?
Go away, Maple Leafs! You remind me of Matt Sundin. You're the worst Leafs on earth, you little... Matt Sundin! I never knew what he was going to do. Go top shelf, bottom shelf, top side, stick side. Oops, missed the spot. Die, Maple Leafs, die! I'm gonna kill you!
I know you've heard it before, but thank heavens for the goalie's mask.
Well, they may not hit Harry with regular season intensity, but these guys aren't afraid to shoot. Just ask Kolzig after Amati dinged one off his mask.
Well, this is Kolzig's first game, and if he hadn't been wearing the mask, it would have been his last All-Star game. He got quite a kick out of it when he was showing referee Stewart the mark.
He was laughing. Maybe a little headache. Wicked shot by Amati. Forsberg trying to stick handle through, and he really didn't look like he wanted to that time. He just kind of turned back. So he's not going full speed. Sundin hooked it back to give it to Forsberg again. Now he comes over the line. Now he loses it. Gets a break as Sundin picked it up. Couldn't get it back. and it's shot out over the line and back down the ice. Mironov first, then it's cleared into the center ice area. There goes Sundin. He elected to shoot and did not get all of it, and missed by a fair bit. Bourne tied him up. Messier moving up. Ozelinch dumped into the corner, and here's his second chance. Fired off the boards behind the net, though. Sundin looked like he might come on for a shot that time. Sakic threw it over the line. Went into the corner with Recchi. Recchi left it for Sakic. And out for the World. Alfredson left it. Kravchuk set it up. Right into the glove, though, of Belfour. And not a very hard shot. With only 9:38 left in the second period now. 4-4 the score.
Stewart is refereeing today's game. Back in 1939, they had the third All-Star type game in the NHL, and one of the two referees was Bill Stewart, Paul Stewart's grandfather. The game was in Montreal, the Babe Siebert Memorial Game. The All-Stars beat the Canadians 5-2. King Clancy was the other referee, and Harry Sillap scored the winning goal.
Well, we sometimes forget that this is not only an honor for the players, but for the officials that are chosen to do this game. And I talked to Paul last night, and he was absolutely ecstatic that he would get a chance to referee the National Hockey League All-Star.
All three officials in their first All-Star game today in Vancouver. Shane Heyer and Mike Sveek. Under 9 minutes left in the second period. 4-4 tie. Lindros with Leclerc and Gretzky. Puck into the stands. Not many souvenirs from the playing surface, but there's one. Teemu Selanne becomes the 10th player to score a hat trick in an All-Star game. He has done that today.
Well, 33 goals and only about 26 of them, and here is the third goal of this game. Only about 26 of the 33 that he scored this season have been highlight goals. One of two players last year to score over 100 points. He's got 49 points already this year in 48 games, so he's going to have to dance to hit that 100 mark again. And played a lot of the first half of this year without his buddy Paul Kariya, and it didn't slow him up a bit.
He's a great guy and a great hockey player. This young man from Helsinki, Finland. He'll be tough in the Olympics. There are a lot of great teams looking for that big medal in Nagano, Japan. That's coming up next month.
2 weeks today, we're on the way.
Well, thinking more about the big medal games. But you're right. Time flies. This game tied at 4 with 8:15 left in the second. And the World in the white jerseys. North America on the attack. In the dark jerseys, and a breakaway for the World. Kamenski stopped by Belfour. Well, that's a pair of clean-cut breakaways. Haven't seen a goal on a break yet. This one is offside, and therefore Mike Modano, and offside is called. Still tied.
Belfour makes a nice stop on a breakaway on Valery Kamensky, one of the Colorado Avalanche's lamplighters. Tries to go between his legs.
Montana Curry just scored. He didn't go to the legs. He went to the far side with a wicked shot. Jari Kurri gives the World the lead again, 5-4.
Well, he really snapped this one from the face-off circle to Ed Belfour's right. And this is why he has scored as many goals as he has scored. Ladies and gentlemen, there he moves into the circle. He just leans into it. Belfour down on his knees, and he catches the far corner up top. Jari Kurri, one of the commissioner's picks for this game, and it was a pretty good pick, I think, Harry Neal, considering the milestones that he has just reached and the fact that he has said this will be his last NHL season.
Well, he shot it from a bad angle. I'm sure Eddie Belfour, if he watched the replay, would have been out on the white ice instead of back on the blue ice. But Jari Kurri knows where the net is. The highest scoring European in history of the NHL.
Ken Hitchcock told me before the game he can't get over how when Kurri is in the dressing room, the other players from Finland are totally mesmerized by him. He said they just hang on every word he says. Because you got Koivu, you know, Kurri was his boyhood hero. Selanne, same thing. Now they're playing with him for a day.
And Koivu assisted on that goal by Kurri. So did Lehtinen. 12:36 the time of the go-ahead goal by the world team. Niedermayer has to back up for North America. Pass into Sakic again. Stop once more by Kolzig. Lehtinen falling. Got back onto his feet, though, to kick it loose. And around the net. Ozelinch in there to the side of the goalie. Help to clear it. Koivu comes in. And Ozelinch is with him. Here's a 2-on-1 shaping up. Make that 3 with a trailer. 4-on-1. Can they score?
They didn't get a shot.
Not on the net anyway. Mironov feeding it ahead. Centering pass to Forsberg, and he missed. Has the rebound. Chuck keeps it in. No, he doesn't. It did get out. They're going for it now. They appear to anyway as they kind of speed it up a bit. Forsberg's weak shot got through to the goal. Fetisov shoots. Hit a leg. Then came off his skate and went wide of the net. Belfour on the post. North America will clear it. Under 6 minutes left in the second period. Lindros in there. Lindros pass hopped over the stick. Messier trying to feed it into him. Gretzky picking it up on the boards. Lefted for Messier. Around the goal. Lindros in front but checked. Chelios score! Lindros I think will get the goal, but Chelios had the big chance and a skate save by Kolzig. And we get another goal and another tie and a total of 10 goals now.
Wayne Gretzky made a nice play on the boards to recover the puck that it looked like that the Team World was going to waltz out of their own end on it. And here is the end of this. They can't take big Lindros out. He's fighting him off in front of the net. And he doesn't score as the defenseman makes the shot. But then Eric just snaps the rebound in. No chance at all for Kolzig. Here's Lindros. 3 guys trying to take him. Chelios thought he scored.
It's a good save.
Yes, it was a good stop on Chelios.
So Lindros from Messier and Chelios, 14:46.
Birthday assist for Mark. He's 37 today.
5 minutes left in the second period. 5-5 the score. Fleury. Pass rink wide, just about. Fleury going for the net, and again, trying to make contact in front, but only the goalie got the glove hand up and snared it.
By the news that she will be attending school, an all-new Emily of New Moon, followed by Canon Elvis Tour of Champions.
Jacques Lemaire played in 2 NHL All Star games during his Hall of Fame career with the Canadiens. Now he's coaching in one. And needless to say, impressed by the talent in front of him on the players' bench.
I came in here early this morning. I was here at around 10 o'clock. And first thing I did is I didn't want to get a shock. Having all these guys there, I just wanted to see the sweaters. So I got inside the room and I look at all the names there. And wow, it's, you know, it's, you're saying all these top players are there at the same time, and you'll be behind them. So I think it's great feeling.
It must be. He told me they're trying to go over lines before the game to put them together, which he hadn't done till about maybe 2 hours before game time. Really, he said, it doesn't make any difference. I'm just going to put them out there and let them go. And they're doing that. And I'm going to enjoy it. Then he asked me, who do you think I should put together? So I gave him one line. Gretzky, Leclerc, and Lindros. Couldn't go wrong, could I? He said, okay, I'll do it. And he did.
Well, Jaromir Jagr's been fairly quiet today by his standards. This is his 4th game, but don't forget, 4th All-Star game, but he was injured in 94 and 97, or would have played. Leads the National Hockey League in power play points and game-winning goals at the moment.
This game watched in 172 countries around the world, and they see the world tied now with North America. 5-5. And 4:10 left in the second period. That's Sakic again, working his way free to the corner. But then he gave it away, just threw it behind the goal. And the world will pick it up and skate out. Palffy threw a quick pass up to Jagr. Rink wide. Mondra coming in. Set it up. There goes Sakic. Turning back, leading a 3-man rush and getting it back again. At center ice. Sakic fired it in. Score! Oh, it happened so quickly. Shanahan came diving in, but Sakic was the man, and then got some help from Amonte.
You know, Sakic's rush down the ice, he looked like he was running out of space and was just going to go around behind the net and look for somebody to pass it to. And here he goes.
That's Amonte who took it away from Sakic after that rush you mentioned, Harry, and got it out front.
And it went off the goaltender, so Amonte's going to get the goal. Sakic was headed to the front of the net, and I think that's who Amonte wanted to get the puck to. But it hit Kolzig in the head.
He was diving
rolled back in.
And yes, 16-19.
Kolzig's mask is getting quite a workover here this second period.
Makes it 6-5 North America. And 3:25 left in the second period. Amonte getting the goal from Sakic, and Ray Bourque got an assist. The captain. Kravchuk just shot it off the boards behind the net. Back up for North America. They have the lead again. Mind you, just a 1-goal lead. 6-5. Larionov played one back. No shot getting to the net for Ed Belfour that time. Not this time either. Good setup, but a shot blocked. Recchi missed the pass near center. Kravchuk just threw it back out over the blue line. And they come in. Recchi hooked a quick pass over there. Sador's shot is blocked. 2:38 left in the second. On the world bench now is Scott Russell.
Hey, Bob, I'm here with Mark Crawford, and I got to tell you, Crow, you and Ken Hitchcock are great coaches. You got the Finns together, the Swedes together, the Russians together, but you're also international diplomats. Tell us about the reunification line.
Well, you know, hockey's a worldwide sport, Scott, and we're really trying to do our part, détente here, to reunite the Slovaks and the Czechs. They're great players. We wish we could play all 4 of them on the ice, and sometimes it seems as though all 4 of them are playing out there.
Getting a lot of scouting done for the Olympics?
Actually, it's been great because I don't know a lot of the European players personally, and just to be around them is a wonderful experience.
Thanks a lot, Crow. Good luck.
Thank you, Scott, and you too, Mark. Time is getting close now for Mark and the team. Nagano, Japan. The Olympics coming up. CBC will be there, and you'll see all the action. We're down to 2 minutes left in the second period here in the All-Star game from Vancouver, British Columbia. It's a 6-5 score right now, and Belfour keeps it that way as they go in quickly, and a nice try by Solani for his 4th goal of the day.
Bob, you mentioned Mary Lemieux with the record of 6 points in 1 All-Star game. That was in 1988 in St. Louis. In that same game, Mats Naslund of Sweden had 5 assists, and he's the only player to have 5 assists in 1 All-Star game. He is one of the many hundred journalists who are here. Mats is down just a few feet to our right, doing the color commentary for the telecast, the live telecast they're doing back to Sweden of this All-Star game.
He could play the game, Matt, could he not?
Oh,
boy, he was a dandy.
He's now the Montreal Canadiens European scout.
Ozelinch made sure the puck stayed in. The World trailing North America by a goal. They've been leading most of the way, and they're trying to tie it up here. But Belfour, who's had a hot season this year in the National Hockey League, closes the door once more.
You know, Dick, I always thought there were 2 Europeans that retired before they had to. They didn't retire, but they went back home. Mats Nazen was one of them. And Håkan Loob was another one.
Yeah.
Who seemed to be not finished as an effective player. Now, you saw a lot more than Nazen, would I be right, St.
Oh, yes. It was quite a blow to the team when he did. But you were asking, Mats, about some of your old Swedish friends that you coached here in Vancouver. Where are they now?
Lars Lindgren, who's coaching up in northern Sweden where he lives. Lars Molin, who used to play for the Vancouver Canucks, is coaching as well. And Thomas Gradin is here. He's a scout for the Vancouver Canucks in Sweden.
Penalty coming up. It'll be against North America. Well, wait a minute. Now they pick it up and shoot it down the ice. Kolzig left the net, got to the bench. They didn't get a chance to get the extra man on in his place and force the play, but Fleury gets called for tripping.
Now, Harry, I was disappointed last night because for a while you were my choice as coach of the year for the Adams Trophy with that Vancouver alumni team, but Darryl Sittler did you in late in the game, I must say. I liked your rule that you had, though. I think other coaches, you find them if they didn't break curfew. Is that right?
We had a meeting at 3 a.m. and they were all there. Let's hear Hitchcock's comments on special teams.
Liddy, Zuby, here you go. On the PP, boys. Here we go. Figure it out.
Zuby is Zubov.
Figure it out means you're on your own, boys.
Well, he said before the game he was going to have some fun and relax. He's doing that. Well, we're in the final minute of the second period. Let's see if they can tie it. North America has a power play goal scored earlier in the game. World on its first power play, and they're trying to figure it out. So far, no dice.
They're going to be off if they don't figure it out soon.
Sakic, nearly a short-handed goal with the rebound. And Kolzig had to be alive, and he was. 30 seconds left, and the fans appreciate the goaltending. Those two saves by Kolzig. Forsberg. Alfredson fired the quick shot. Ed Belfour gets a chance to shine, and he does that, slamming the door with just under 20 seconds remaining.
Mark Crawford told Scott he was getting into the European type of thing, meeting the players, getting, well, you guys are the same thing, an all Finland goal. That was an all Swedish attack, Bob. You're getting practice for the Olympics.
You're going to need a lot of it.
Daniel Alfredson had that chance, the first Ottawa Senator to win a major NHL award, and he nearly scored.
Still looking to tie the game. I received from the National Hockey League office last week many of the teams from the B side, and I can't wait to sit down with Harry and Nagano and have a look at these lineups.
From where?
Oh,
from
Poland.
Where? Poland.
Japan, Italy, Germany,
Belarus,
Pakistan, you name it, Dick.
And you better be watching, Dick. I don't care if that game comes on at 2:15 in the morning. You be up and watching.
You guys are there. I won't miss a minute.
It's gonna be fun. Long shot on the horn. That's turned away. It's a North America lead by only a goal, mind you. The shots 17-11, 30-18 overall now in North America.
Hey, Mike from Canmore. Here's some reasons why watching the All-Star Game is better than dating. One, after the game is over, you don't have to call the next day and say what a great time you had. Two, if you're tired, you can tape the game and watch it later. Three, more physical action, less talk about relationships. Four, you can sit on the couch in your underwear eating potato chips and nobody gets upset. Five, any souvenirs you pick up won't require a visit to the doctors. 6, less chance of a groin injury. 7, you don't need anybody's mother's permission to watch the All-Star Game. 8, the All-Star Game doesn't nag you because you never take it out. 9, you don't have to pay for dinner before you see any scoring. And 10, I'm Mike. He's Norm.
I don't know. Joined now by Saku Koivu of the World Team, and what an honor this must be for you, playing with your idols like Jari Kurri. He's got a goal, which you're in on, and Teemu Selänne's got 3. What's it like for a young Finn to play with those guys?
Well, it's unbelievable. I remember when I was 10, 15, I used to watch especially Kurri when he played in Edmonton, and he was the biggest hero for me when I was young. And now spending a weekend with him, playing the same line, and you know, we can score a few goals, so it's been a lot of fun so far.
Is it nice to be together with these guys in anticipation of the Olympic Games and Finland maybe having a shot at doing something?
Well, it's that's for sure. You know, now we get a weekend together, and we get 3 weeks for Nagano, and you know, we're talking about that all the time. So that's going to be a lot of fun also.
Congratulations, Saku. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Saku Koivu of the World Team. Coming up next, the hot stove here at the 48th edition of the NHL All Star Game. We'll return to Vancouver in just a moment.
What am I doing at the end of this? Welcome back to the All-Star Game at GM Place in Vancouver. Here is Theo Fleury. Theo, let me ask you about the goal you scored early in the second period to briefly stake Team Canada to the lead, or North America, I should say, to the lead. If you scored that goal in the regular season or try to walk out in front the way you did, you would have paid a price.
Yeah, you definitely would have got hit, but you know, the puck doesn't seem to be sliding very good out there, and you know, what happens is get 2 guys overskated the puck, and you know, I kicked it from my skate, and, you know, found the 5-hole.
What about the level of intensity in this game? We're probably not going to see a body check thrown, but is it unrealistic, given that this is a fun week, to expect the level of intensity to be overly high?
Well, I think it's been pretty good so far. You know, there you know, hasn't been any bone-crushing hits, but guys are, you know, taking guys off the puck and, you know, not killing guys or anything, but yeah, it's been good so far, and we got the lead here going into the third period, so hopefully we can hold it, get the next goal, and see what happens.
All right, Theo, thanks for your time. Good luck in the third.
Thank you.
And so, after 2 periods, it's North America in the lead. This is how Theo Fleury kicked off the second period for North America. Back in a moment.
The Satellite Hot Stove, brought to you by Chrysler Canada, proud sponsor of the Canadian Olympic Team.
6-5, the North Americans lead. Poor Ken Hitchcock. He's 0-10 in All-Star competition. We now know the players haven't been able to figure it out all these years. Jim Houston joins us from CKNW and the Vancouver Canucks. John Garrett, of course, of Hockey Night in Canada. Al Strachan, Hall of Famer from the Toronto Sun. Who are we missing?
Well, we're missing JD. He's gone over to the American Network. They had this bright idea over there. They said, what are we going to do after 2 periods? Why not have a panel show with JD and a couple other guys and a host? They're geniuses over in American TV.
1-for-1 trade for a goal.
Yeah, so he deserved this. He dumped us.
Big bucks, huh? All right, let's get to the Edmonton Oilers situation. Who wants to start on that? What are we hearing about a prospective sale? John?
Well, I do an awful lot of Edmonton games, and it really makes me happy to say that the sale seems imminent, and it looks like the Oilers are going to stay in town. Now, the local owners are going to make a bid, and they're going to have help from a Houston group, Al, and I know you know about this, and it's not necessarily the Alexander group. The Chuck Watson group is getting involved, but either way, it looks like the Oilers are going to stay in Edmonton, at least for a short period of time and maybe an extended period of time.
The real difference here, though, is that the Les Alexander group that was initially involved was probably the least favorable of the 2 Houston groups in the eyes of the NHL, because they were going to back the Watson group, were they not, for an NHL expansion franchise. So this is the guy I think they want involved, but I guess the question is, what's at stake for this group in Houston? Do they get the team? If it falters, if the locals want to bail out, we don't know that yet.
Yeah, the interesting thing is they're getting this second bid from outside, which is forcing the Edmonton people to do something. Otherwise, they would have waited, and why not? I mean, why bother clearing up with the money if you don't have to? This is now going to force some action, and it creates an interesting situation around Edmonton because the team is playing better now. They've got the finances under control. This morning, Calgary and Edmonton met with the league, and there's going to be big changes there in television, as there is here in Vancouver. You have a lot more games, more than 50 probably in both Calgary and Edmonton on TV. Everything's under control. Now all they got to do is keep the team.
Yeah. When you say that, do you mean the midweek packages, or will there be more games?
Yeah, the midweek packages. Local stuff. They've done a lot of things with a hockey night here. We still got all our games. They've taken some of those games away from the local teams so you can sell them to the local networks rather than having it it on network TV.
What about
network
TSN? Were they not going to try and get in on this?
TSN's going to get in on the Vancouver home package and maybe even the Toronto home package.
There's meetings going on this weekend, and I think there's probably some incredible schmoozing going on around Vancouver of all of the ownership people from the various local franchises, particularly in Toronto, where the midweek package could change hands, and in Vancouver, where the midweek package could change hands for next season. In fact, the rights agreement is up, and I think you'll see more local games on television in all of those markets. TSN might be a player. The new CTV Sports Network is a player. The main beneficiary, though, are the teams, because finally there's a bidding war in Canada.
Well, I think the main beneficiary is the fans, because you're going to see all these games on TV, plus you're going to get American games on CTV with that network, so you may get a Philly-Detroit game, games like that, high-level American games as well to increase the game's exposure.
Little trivia for you. 40 years ago on this date, the CBC decided to drop the hot stove format. Did you know that? But we've revived it. And
there are those who say they shouldn't have changed their mind.
Yes, Fox seems to like it, though, as you suggested. We'll take a short break. Continue. Tony Amati has the go-ahead goal. The full Amati leads North America to a 6-5 lead through 2. John Garrett, the Vancouver Canucks have won just 3 of their last 22. It's been a tumultuous 3 weeks, it seems. What do you hear?
Well, it really has been, and the Canucks have a private suite, as we do, a couple of doors down, and their scouts are all here. They're meeting tomorrow. But they really have to have some direction, and any team in the league will tell you, you have to have a GM, you have to have goals and aims, and right now they don't have a strong personality GM, and they're still looking for one, and I think the urgency has been realized by Orca Bay, and they will get a new GM, and there's been many names. Mike Keenan obviously is one. And I think he would like to do the GM coach thing again. John Muckler is a name that keeps surfacing, and Cliff Fletcher is out there. And those 3 personalities are strong personalities, but until one of them takes over this Canuck franchise, they really don't have any direction, and it shows on the ice.
Very big difficulty here is that they've made a commitment to Mark Messier and to Mike Keenan over a 3-year period. So now, after putting those people in place, they have to bring in a general manager, and they don't have a president yet that can be compatible with those people to move this organization forward. It's a difficult person to find at this point, but they really have to make the decision because they have to make some long-term plans. And if Steve Tambellini is going to be their man, they better endorse him now and let him get on with it.
Why isn't Keenan the man?
I don't think he wants to be a general manager at this point. I think he'd rather just be the coach and have somebody compatible to work with, but they've given him some player personnel input, and so there's some general managers that wouldn't touch the job with a 10-foot pole.
A little tight for time here, Al. Jaromir Jagr.
Oh, he signed a new deal. They didn't want to renegotiate completely, so what they did, they say, well, you keep these 2 years, and then we'll give you 4 more years at $40 million. Can you handle that? So that's what it's going to be. In 2 years, he's going to start at $9.5 million, then go up to $10.5. So at the age of 31, which just happens to be the date you become an unconditional free agent, he becomes a free agent up for grabs coming off a $10.5 million year. So it's a $50 million package over 6 years.
How much did he make because of Lindros and Korea?
A little more than $1 million. The package before was $7 million a year for 7 years on the average. Now it's $8.2 million.
Now, I think you really have to look at a guy like Scott Stevens and Martin Brodeur and realize that all athletes are not, no, I don't think so. They are not money-hungry guys. Scott Stevens has an 8-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 3-year-old. He loves the area he's in. He loves the schools. What's the matter with $4.5 million instead of $6?
Nothing's the matter with
and
it.
He's thinking about his family, and he's staying there. And I think,
would they have gone away?
An athlete.
Suppose you wait till the summer. New Jersey's still going to make the bid.
Yeah, but and you maybe not. Lou Lamoriello is not going to make a $10 million bid. Scott Stevens is going to have to. Okay, but he's still going to have to.
See, John, what we had to put up with on the Top 50 show yesterday. You were saying Brett Hull gets the pins out, may play Tuesday if all goes well.
He's got pins in his wrist, of course. They said 31st, they thought, but he wants to. He's having him out tomorrow. He wanted to come back. He's going to come back Thursday.
And we just say hello down the way there to John Davidson. Fox had the robots, and now we understand can be bought. Thanks to our panel on the hot stove by satellite from GM Place.
The Satellite Hot Stove brought to you by Chrysler Canada, proud sponsor of the Canadian Olympic team.
Back at the 48th annual NHL All Star Game, there's Dominic Hasek and Civies, and you know the last time we saw him with his teammates like that. And there's Mark Crawford trying to inspire the world side, down a goal at 6-5. Well, a lot of work's been done for charity this week. When it comes to arch rivals, there are a few rivals for the Arches. Here's Scott Russell.
Each year, one All-Star is recognized for his commitment to children and charity with the MAC Award, Most Assists for Children. And this year's recipient is Joe Sakic of the Colorado Avalanche. Here to present the award is Rem Langen of Ronald McDonald's Children's Charities of Canada. Rem?
Thanks, Scott. That's right. You know, the goal of RMCC is to help kids in need. And I'd like everybody who's watching today to know that Joe is not only an all-star on the ice, but a terrific all-star off the ice. And Joe, with you and your wife, you've done such terrific work in the local community in Colorado. So I'd like you, on behalf of Ronald McDonald's Children's Charities, to accept this trophy, plus a check for $20,000 to help your charities, both here in BC, where you're from, and in Colorado. So thank you and congratulations from all the kids that you've been helping. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. Yeah, this is it's a great honor, especially to have this award. It means a lot to me. You remember as a kid growing up how you look up to the athletes, and just to be able to give back. Our team in Colorado, with the Colorado Avalanche Community Fund, we do a lot down there. The whole team does to help kids and for children's charities, and it's just an honor for me again to have this award. Thanks.
That's great.
Thanks very much, fellas. Rem Langen of McDonald's Canada and Joe Sakic, the winner of this year's Mac Award, a great hockey player and a great citizen.
Thanks very much, Scott. Congratulations, Joe, and thank you, McDonald's. Teemu Selanne, the hat-trick man. It's 6-5, though, North America on Molson Hockey Night in Canada on CBC.
Welcome to Siskel and Ebert's special NHL All Star Edition. I'm Gene Siskel, the one who can see his own feet when he stands up.
And I'm Roger Ebert, the one who isn't a self-obsessed egomaniac.
This year, Vancouver is host of the All-Star Festival, which features contributions from 14 countries.
Gene, does that include Belgium? I really like their waffles.
But undoubtedly, the blockbuster movie of the year had to do with hockey. It's called Gone with the Windbag. Let's take a look.
1, 2, 3. You pick whichever one you want.
I like to go, Rock. Go ahead. All right, one time.
1, 2, 3. Oh, you go scissors. I can't believe you go scissors.
Action, adventure, and interesting characters. I give it a thumbs up.
You are such a disgusting slob. Why do I put up with it?
Because not even Ron McLean will work with you.
And that's it for Siskel and Ebert's special All-Star Game edition.
3-3 tie after one period in 6-5 North America going into the third, and the goalies have changed again, of course. Abby Bullen coming on for the world. Martin Brodeur in goal for North America.
And Martin Brodeur comes into this game with the best goals against average of any of the 6 goaltenders who are here in this building, playing for his regular coach of the New Jersey Devils, Jacques Lemaire.
So a 6-5 lead for North America, but 47 seconds left in the penalty against Fleury. So the world will start in the power play in an effort to tie it up quickly. 6-5 North America. And from the face-off, Leach going back and giving it away. Koivu takes it off the boards in the corner, tried to center it. And a breakout for North America. Messier dropped it. Ian Gretzky. They couldn't get together on that play. Down goes Koivu. Up near the line, fooling Chelios. Dropping it back to the point. Lettinen shot in there, stopped by Gretzky. And then Lettinen fired it around the net to the other side. Selanne shoved it up to the corner. And the pass, a high one, knocked down by Zubov. Deflected back to him. And this time he can't stop it. So the penalty now is over. Fleury out of the penalty box and right after it. And he takes it in his own zone. His team leading 6-5. Shot in from Adano. And a nice save right off the bat by Abby Bullen. That's his first test, and it was a big one. Kachuk in. Niedermeyer tried a shot from the point. Didn't work. Fleury takes the puck off the boards in the corner. Waits for a man to get open. Shot it over to him. Mamadano just put it right in on the short side. Easy save. Here's a long shot that's knocked down. Big rebound. Kachuk tried to hammer it home. So did Fleury, and nobody could.
Well, Kachuk had a great opportunity to give his team a 2-goal lead as he takes a lovely pass from Madano here. The puck's bouncing and deflects off the World Team defenseman's stick, and Tkachuk really never got as much wood on it as he thought he might. And then Happy Boulin makes a big stop, and then another one on the rebound. So he's picking up where he left off from. He's having a wonderful season. Happy Boulin, we'll see him at the Olympics.
Modano. Score! Oh, that was a dandy pass to right across in front of Tkachuk. And boy, did he ever one-time that.
Well, that's an impossible stop to shot when you're the goaltender going from your right to your left, and the shooter on a pass across puts it back to the side you're leaving. So this was a great pass and a shot right there back to the side that Happy Boulin was leaving. He had no chance on it at all. Modano makes the pass. Tkachuk scores the goal.
That's his second, and he has an assist on the goal scored by Fleury, starting the second period. So Keith Tkachuk is creeping up there in the scoring charts in this All-Star game. It is now North America 7 and the world 5. 1:36 the time of the goal here in the third period. A quick one-timer. No chance, you're right, for Happy Boulin. Tkachuk's second of the hockey game. LeClaire intercepts the rush. Ianrecki come to the net. And Sundin will turn it back out. Got it up quickly to Alfredsson. He leaves it for Sundin. Marinov takes his pass, and the shot blocked. Doesn't get near the net at all. North America taking charge now here in the third period. Beautiful pass, and LeClaire pounded that shot off the post.
The red light went on, but I don't think it was in.
Recchi made a dandy pass, and LeClaire got all of it, and just missed by an inch. So still 7-5. The world coming back in. Alfredsson once more. High shot. Knocked down. Brodeur didn't know quite where it was for a second, but then he wasn't long locating it, and he held on to it.
Well, Harry, once upon a time, Mark Recchi and John LeClaire traded teams when they were traded one for the other. Here they are now on the same team, and they had a pretty good chance right there.
Yes, they did. John LeClaire, who's become a premier goal scorer in the league, puts the puck off the shaft of the stick and then the post. So, and
well, Big John is, I mean, he's really something. As you mentioned, he comes into this game tied with Teemu Selanne with 33 goals in the National Hockey League, and he has become such a dominant player. And at times this season, Harry may be the best player in the NHL, the way he's played.
I'd buy that. His stats are powerful. 9 game-winning goals, plus 22. That's well up among the leaders in those two categories, and scores in addition.
This time, the right pad of Brodeur was out there in time to stop that bouncing shot. 7-5 is the score now. North America in front and showing signs of taking charge. Finally in the game. The world on top for most of the hockey game. But now Tkachuk's second of the game at 1:36 of this third period, and it's a 2-goal lead. As we near the 4-minute mark of the third, North America attacking again. Amonte, hard shot. This time the left pad of Happy Boulin kicked down there in the butterfly style and made the save. Good back checking by Shanahan. Leach is on the right, and he'll take the pass. Down to Amonte. Electing to pass this time on a sharp angle for the shot. And the pass was intercepted easily. Out there, Fetisov shot it back in front of the goal all the way to the line. They try to stay outside and pass it around. It doesn't work with Messier giving it to Gretzky, and Messier is catching up to him. Gets the crowd going a little bit. He scores! Messier and Gretzky, and Messier gets the biggest cheer of the day. What a twosome to break away for North America, and Gretzky set up the play, and Messier score. How about that?
Harry, does that put a little bit of a notch in your memory bank to see that one?
I was standing on a lot of benches watching that happen over the years. A beautiful pass by Gretzky. Messier looked like he'd gone in too far.
Look at that look back.
Gretzky, we all know, can see out of his ears. And there's the pass, and Messier with that backhand get it up in a hurry over Happy Bowlen.
You know, it's amazing. Gretzky looked back, and he saw who was coming. Now, right away, he figures, is it a left shot or a right shot? And is he going to be on my backhand, or is he going to be on his forehand? And what a beautiful setup, and Messier made no mistake. All right, it's 8-5 now, North America. 4 minutes, the time of the goal by Messier. There he is again. Oh, he tried to set up Lindros. And nearly did. McInnes, big shot. Didn't fire it as hard as he wanted to. Hoping for a tip in, probably. Messier getting back and breaking up the play to shoot it off the boards to center ice. Messier having a big shift to Gretzky now. He's in too far for his shot. Goes after it. Ozelinch took it from him. Gets it back in front of the net, going around the goal. Now waits. Gretzky all the way back. McInnes, hard drive, and Happy Bowlen got a piece of it.
Tiger Williams, Paul Henderson, players who played yesterday.
Bay Grill. In this day and age, you can order up your meal, make a reservation, sit and watch the hockey game, do the whole thing. As GM Place, I think, Harry, of all of the new arenas, the hockey people have told me they really like this one. They mention this all the time.
Well, all the new ones are nice, but all of them have a feature that some of the others don't have, and this is right up there, close to number one if it isn't.
It's a beautiful building here in Vancouver, GM Place, home of the Canucks. We're struggling to get it going again. Nice save by Brodeur. Talking about goaltenders having a great year. Look at this now. Fleury in, and he's stopped by Happy Bowlen. Went after it. Brodeur, and he'll be with Team Canada in Japan. What a year he's having. Fleury trying to blast one by Happy Bowlen. No dice. Coming up to 6 minutes of play in the third. It's 8-5. North America has taken over here in the final 20 minutes. The world trying to come back again. Kamensky couldn't find it on the boards, and it's lifted high down the ice. Goals by Tkachuk and Messier here in the third period at 1:36 and at the 4-minute mark. Messier from Gretzky, the two of them bringing back great memories. Getting together for the Messier score. Sakic, nice play to drop it back, but Leclerc couldn't elude that last check from Forsberg. Forsberg got him again, lifted the stick and then moved in. But the pass was behind him, rink wide to Sundin. Sakic read that beautifully and tossed it ahead. Out goes Recchi. Comes in with Leclerc. He elected to shoot. It came off his stick and missed the net in behind Happy Bowlen. Alfredsson and Forsberg, they can't get it together. 7 minutes gone in the third period. Forsberg wheels away to Sundin. What a save. Rebound though. And Kravchuk was up there. Pounded it behind Brodeur. He had no chance. And they get close again. 8-6 now.
Kravchuk, he wants the puck. This is his first All-Star game and obviously his first All-Star goal. So he wants that puck to get it on the mantelpiece in his home. He took the rebound when Brodeur made this great stop, but he's in no position at all, Martin Brodeur, to stop Kravchuk's shot on the rebound. That was a great stop, the first one.
7:03, that goal. Sundin and Forsberg, they were hounding everybody inside the North America line. And Kravchuk got the rebound, and made it 8-6. So we're up to 14 goals now, folks.
Why are we surprised every year?
I'm not, really. Talking to the players the last 24, 48 hours, and you can tell. They're going to have fun, and they're going to play the game, and they're going to try to finesse the game and make a show for the goalies. But it's tough. Tough on the goalies.
Yes, it sure is. It's not a nice assignment. Luckily enough, they only have to play 20 minutes.
Yager nearly did a magic trick or two there, jumping out front. He can stick handle in a trench. It's amazing how he can maneuver that puck around. He's number 68. He might get the pass here. Oh, he wheels the other, and there he gets it, but he gave it away. Got it back. Right there at the line. Set it up again. Ozelic tried to drive to the net, as he often does, but couldn't that time. 2-on-1, North America. Shanahan shoots. He missed. Big rebound, though. Abby Bolin was alert to cover on that side and held it.
11:43 left here in the third period. Well, a lot of great players on the ice and off the ice watching. Bobby Hull on the left, Fred Stanfield on the right. Two great players, two great guys.
The All-Star Game from GM Place in Vancouver, British Columbia. I'm Bob Cole, Harry Neal, Dick Irvin in the booth, Scott Russell, Scott Oak working around the building, Ron McLean, Don Cherry, Hockey Night in Canada on CBC, and nice to have you with us. It's a 2-goal spread. North America is ahead of the world. Another pretty good line. And another pretty good stop. We're nearing the 9-minute mark of the third period. Lehtinen shoots it in behind the goal. Out front, Koivu tried to jam it in on the short side. Brodeur out to play it himself. High on the glass. It does get out across the line. That's Messier. He has 1 goal this period. McInnes fired it, hoping somebody would knock it down in front of the goal. Didn't try to hit the net, I'm sure. Messier looks pumped up in this period. It's skating well. He nearly got in. Lindros was there to pick it up for him. To the line. Long shot, tipped to the net. Abby Bolin stopping it. And we mentioned Scott Oak earlier. Here he is now.
Thank you very much, Bob. On the North American bench, here's assistant coach Kevin Constantine. Kevin, a very simple question I have for you. Did you talk to your team about the trap before this game?
Look at the score. You know the trap isn't being played. You guys are worried about that, weren't you?
Yeah, maybe that's the best thing about the All-Star game. Mercifully, we're delivered from the trap. What do you make of the wild momentum swings?
Well, I think it is a great game. I mean, watching Gretz's pass to Mess, I mean, that's just... I'm more of a fan today than a coach. I got the best seat in the house. This is so great.
You getting ready for the Olympics?
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting time, too. You know, we have 8 players from Pittsburgh playing, so we're looking forward to watching them guys compete. And it's going to be great watching the Olympics, too.
Kevin, thanks for your time.
You're welcome.
Kevin has done a great job in Pittsburgh, has he not?
Sure has. They lose Mario, and they're having a wonderful season without him.
2-on-1 nearly set up, but Fleury, I think, got a piece of Kamensky. Larionov took the shot, scores! Well, Martin Brodeur wasn't with that one. He was standing there, and it seemed to have the angle cut. Took the shot on the pad. It dribbled in.
I think he was anticipating a pass from Larionov, who doesn't shoot the puck nearly as often when he gets it in the offensive zone as most players. And Brodeur got caught, I think, thinking Larionov's going to pass this puck. And he shot it. Brodeur had it, and it rolled between his legs.
Off that right pad, a little high, and in.
No excuse. Martin Brodeur lets very few of those kind of goals in.
I asked Martin before the game, your father here? He said, no, he's going to go to Japan. But after all, he says, it's only 1 period when I play here. He says, sometimes those periods aren't very pretty in the All-Star game for a goaltender. Well, there was an example.
That's the 7th goal in the game by the world. So it's an 8-7 hockey game with the halfway mark of the third period coming up. The world not on of it. Back in it, in fact. Kravchuk has one goal, looking for another in that rush. And looking pretty good. Now Modano got in to take it away from him. Up for Tkachuk and Leach. Drop back. Nearly set up a 2-on-1. But getting back was Fleury. Up for Tkachuk again and Modano. Fleury doing great work. Prevented another breakout quickly. Out of the net. Brodeur decides not to play it, but the linesman waved it off. 9:30 left in the third period. 8-7 the score, North America. And by the looks of things, it's a question now whether we're going to be tied for a shot after 3 periods. If we are, there'll be a 5-minute overtime session. If it's tied after that, a 5-player shootout. That'll be a bit of fun.
If it ever happens, it will be an innovation the NHL is thinking about adding to their NHL games that are tied after 60 minutes.
That's Forsberg. Looks pumped up a little bit. Trying to stick handle in with Albertson and Sundin. And broken up in front by Stevens. Good defensive play by Scott Stevens. Leclerc in. That play didn't work. The World again making changes at the far side as North America now decides to make some changes. 8:25 left in the third period. 8-7 the score. North America right now on top. Here's a one-on-one. Not for long. Shanahan overskated the puck. And offside. And when they did bring it in, Bork trailed it and carried it in. You talk about players of the past. Chicago Blackhawks great Stan Mikita.
For you next weekend on Hockey Night in Canada, the first game of the doubleheader from Toronto, the new look Tampa Bay Lightning against the Maple Leafs. Part 2 of the doubleheader, we go to Calgary, where the Vancouver Canucks meet the Calgary Flames. Then what's becoming a tradition on Hockey Night in Canada, Super Bowl Sunday afternoon in Montreal. In this case, it's the New Jersey Devils against the Canadiens, 1:30 Eastern, 10:30 Pacific time, as we look at Ty Gretzky. Now, what are the odds, Harry? I mean, who would have thought that Gordie Howe would have had his sons in the NHL? There's Ty. He's running the show back there. He's telling his dad what to do. His dad's playing a pretty good game today.
Yes, and I'm sure Ty's enjoying it as much or more than anyone else in the ring.
Well, I tell you, my dad used to let me sneak in around the bench at times when he was coaching in the NHL, and there's nothing like it when you're a kid.
Yesterday in the Heroes of Hockey, we had Chris Odlison's boy and Doug Hallward's boy helping me coach on the bench, and they got a big kick out of it.
Puck is over the boards at the bench at the far side, stopping the play.
One player missing from the North America side right now, as opposed to the star of the game, Shane Corso, the Montreal Canadiens, a groin injury, and he's taking a whirlpool treatment, we're told, in the dressing room area.
Charging? That wasn't charging. He needs glasses.
I need glasses? I've got glasses. Olympic glasses from Esso. In fact, I got 6 of them. You're the ones that need glasses.
Olympic glasses, emblazoned with the official symbol of the '98 Winter Games. $1.99 each with your free Esso Extra card.
In fact, you all need glasses. You all need glasses.
Favorite of North America, who are leading for all their troubles by just 1 goal, 8-7. So, under 8 minutes left in the third period, a 1-goal spread, and that's not much of a spread, is it? North America by 1. 8-7. Leach steps up. And dropping to the boards, and then tried to throw the backhand pass in behind the net for Mark Messier. It was picked off. Solani has 3 goals. The shot dead on. Brodeur the save that time without a mistake. And Messier comes in with Gretzky. Back to Messier, and it was picked off in front of the net. Then deflected high off the glass. Fetisov shot it away for Solani. Chelios got back. Solani fooled him, but then lost it with Leach getting in the way. Chelios for North America. Up for Leach. Messier tapped at it, knocked it in, hoping to get a change, and that's where he's gone, to the bench. Intercepted pass near center by Fleury. He's been trying hard, and here he goes again after the puck. Fleury, the pass does get in front, but covering was Habibulin as it bounced up to him, and he got the glove there to catch it.
Well, one of the best all-star moments in recent years took place in last year's game in San Jose when Owen Nolan of the hometown Sharks scored a goal on Dominic Hasek. Bob, you mentioned about Hasek. Nolan got other, but here it comes. He was on a breakaway. Hasek had just stoned. One of the greatest displays of goaltending you'd ever see. That's the only goal he allowed in 21 shots in the third period. But the point will live forever, I think, in all-star game history. Big highlight of that one. That was as good a one period of goaltending I think I've ever seen.
Oh, I'll buy that one. It was outstanding, and so many quality shots of the 21 you mentioned. Forsberg stopped here. Under 6 minutes remaining in the third period. North America leads the world by 1 goal, 8-7. Fleury kicked at it and missed it. It slapped off the boards and out, and there goes Mike Modano. Fleury in front and kicked out the right pad of Habibulin. Fleury still working hard on the boards. Forsberg gets up with Alfredson, is hooked down by Modano. Forsberg in, dropped it back. Here's a break for Fleury. Coming up and hustling back is Lidstrom. The shot does not reach far enough. Knocked down, and can it be cleared? Not this time. Not yet anyway. Ozolinsh behind the goal. Long lead pass. Slowing the pace is Forsberg. Everybody is changing now, and he lost it. Sakic can't take advantage. Wheeling away is Zygmunt Palffy. To center and getting the line with Mironov. The pass got in front of the net. Zubov up. He turns to the corner. 4:40 left in the third period. North America clearing the puck down the ice. Habibulin away out. Shot it over the line with Leclerc in deep. Nobody could take advantage of the empty net. Leclerc drops it. That's intercepted. Moving up there is Bondra. Left it at the blue line. It'll ricochet off the boards. Doesn't get back out. It'll come out now. Niedermayer's long pass intended for Sakic. Just eluded him. Habibulin got trapped behind the goal. Mironov and Zubov covered though. Under 4 minutes left in the third. Still 1 goal separating the two. Big save and a rebound. That had to hit the post. Roeder was down. Did it go in or not? I don't know. Light didn't come on. I don't think so. And the crowd rising to that flurry. The world nearly tied it. They're going to try it again. Here they come. Penalty coming up in behind the play. It's going to be against North America, and a power play for the world coming up with 3 minutes and 28 seconds remaining in the third period. We'll be back.
Martin Brodeur makes a fortunate stop. He stumbled and fell. Look at the sticks between his legs. He doesn't know where the puck is. And Chelios tries to scoop it under his pads as he fights Halik off. So the North Americans got away with one there, but they did get a penalty. Doug Waite goes for tripping with 3:28 to go. Here's the penalty call.
Excuse me, Bob. This is only the second time, boys, in 5 years there's been a penalty call in the third period of an All-Star game. And it comes here with 3:28 left and the difference of 1 on the board. And the team that's down has the power play.
And the reason for that difference of 1, Larionov from Bury at 9:41, 8-7. North America leading. Power play of the world. Chelios pushed off the puck. Chelios stays with it. Went down to one knee, got back up. Kills a fair bit of time there. Chelios, fine work. Zubov backhands the puck in deep. It's got to be Chelios playing it ahead. Did get it out. Messier moving up on it. Comes in with Gretzky again. Gretzky and Messier. Right in. Oh, what a play. What a big save by Javi Bullen. That would have been something. Talk about bringing back memories. Two of these guys in a short-handed situation. Nearly did it again. Now they're going to try it again, but Gretzky is alone. Tosses it high a little bit. Now backhands it out over the line. In they come. And drilling the shot was Amadi. Saving it was Javi Bullen. 2:35 left in the third, 1:07 in the penalty against Waits of North America.
Well, Messier and Gretzky singing some of those familiar songs that were so popular in the 80s in Edmonton. And Messier, this is shorthanded now. He tries to put it through the legs of Javi Bullen and can't. However, earlier in the game, he and Gretzky combined, and Messier decided to go to the roof with it. And right there with the backhand, he did.
2:30 left. 1 minute left in the power play for the world. So you would think here they'd tie the game. They might. Yager is on the ice. This will be offside unless they clear it. They're going to clear it all the way back. Javi Bullen stepping out, stopping it with a skate. Took a chance going that way with it. And North America now is looking sharp. Killing the penalty. 30 seconds left in it. Amadi dangerous there. Wicked hard centering pass. Nobody could knock it down. Yager moving down the boards. Look out. Yager around the net. Forsberg trying to center it for him. Zubov near the point. Pushed it ahead 20 feet. Yager still parked in front of the goal. Stevens knew it. Banked it off the boards around Yager, and they get it out. Lindros is away with it. Down he goes. Coming in as Waite. Lindros waits in front. Javi Bullen blocked it. 1:15 remaining. We have North America 8. The world 7. They're going to go for it now. For sure, they have to turn it up a notch or two. 1:05 left. Out for Fleury. He's been a spark plug throughout the game. Gets in front now and doesn't get the pass. Nearly banked it in off Javi Bullen, though, as he picked it up. He's been pesky for North America, Theoren Fleury has.
Well, he knows no other way to play. Fleury, who leads the Calgary Flames in scoring after a slow start.
Well, Ken Hitchcock's mark, Ron mentioned it, no wins in 10 All-Star games on the line again. That goes back to minor hockey, junior hockey, minor pro, last year in San Jose, coaching the West. And he's got 57.3 seconds to see if his team can tie it and maybe bring about overtime, which may bring about a shootout. Who knows?
Well, I'm sure that they're going to call a timeout.
Don't forget, if it's tied, after another 58 seconds of play, we go to 5 minutes overtime. They'll play that right away. If it remains tied after the 5 minutes, sudden death or something less, we go to the shootout. 5 shooters from each team have been selected.
Well, Jacques Lemaire in his first All-Star game as a coach. Ken Hitchcock in his second. Who has the record for most games coached? Guess, folks.
Not Mr. Bowman.
Just, Mike, that's really a tough call there, Harry, isn't it? Right. For you to make. Well, here's what the coach was saying to the boys when he called the timeout.
Yeah, let Sherman Zubov on the back end. We win the draw here. Timo's gone. Okay, Zuby, you come back through the middle of the ice. He'll find you right at the center dot, okay? We get it in the zone. Just pinch right down the walls. Come right down the walls and everything. Tell Habby, as soon as we got possession, we're moving up ice. He's coming, all right? He's coming.
And there's Solani out at center ice for Short. Takes it on a skate. Trying to go up over the line and was stopped by Niedermeyer. And he's back the other way for North America. Niedermeyer can't get a shot. 40 seconds remaining. Around the net, Madonna keeping it in. Tried a long shot, hoping somebody could make contact. 30 seconds left. 8-7, North America. And they're on the attack. Tkachuk. 20 seconds away from victory. North America over the world. Sundin rolled along one end. 13 seconds left. It's back out. Lidstrom pass to center. 8 seconds. Long shot. That might be the last one in the game. 3 seconds remaining. In fact, it was the last one in this game. North America defeats the world in this All-Star game here in Vancouver by a score of 8-7.
Molson Hockey Night in Canada on CBC, brought to you by Molson, now with Air Miles. Can your beer do this?
Welcome back. Unfortunately, network commitments, we only have 20 seconds to say so long. There are the Molson 3 stars. Solani, #1 with a hat trick. Mark Messier put on a show. That had to open up a can of worms. He and Gretzky looked like magic. Wish you could see him in Nagano. Bottom line is, we came to celebrate tradition. We know we have plenty to look forward to in the land of the rising sun. For all the crew.
The following is a special presentation of CBC Sports.